One of the biggest roadblocks for people showing proof of vaccines has been the technology learning curve. I shuddered at the thought of elderly folks trying to download an app or figure out how to set up a printer just so that they could, go out to eat at their favorite restaurant. Now all of those problems may be a thing of the past after a Swedish company has just created a COVID vaccine passport microchip that could be under your skin soon. Following the damage that the COVID outbreak did to the world, vaccines were rolled out as soon as possible, and as a result, so did the phrase vaccine passport. This microchip under the skin has been something that people have theorized for a long time, and in shows like Black Mirror, they actually base an entire episode around the potential downsides of a future where microchipping your kids was, well, normal almost. The wild part about the introduction of this microchip passport is the fact that people were already appalled when told that they had to download an app to show proof of vaccine. I'm sure some people will go running to be the first in line for this experimental technology, but the backlash I feel is going to be much worse. AFP news agency was the first to report on the new technology and tweeted, "A Swedish company has come up with a microchip that can be inserted under the skin so that users can carry their COVID passports in their arm." Yeah, this should definitely go over well with the internet. First comment on that tweet was, "Okay, I'm definitely not an anti-vaxxer, I don't believe in the mind control microchip conspiracy theory, and birds aren't government cameras, but guys, this is a fantastically bad idea to make right now. Really bad idea." And the size of the microchip is apparently 2mm by 16mm in size and can be inserted just beneath the skin so that whenever necessary, people can scan you for your passport. The managing director of the Swedish startup company has apparently already received the implant himself, and so during his interview, he showed off how scanning the chip would bring up a PDF that contains the details of his COVID vaccine passport. He goes on to explain, "This means it is always accessible for me or for anyone else really who wants to read me. For example, if I go to the movies or go to a shopping center, then people will be able to check my status even if I don't have my phone." He also went on to say that these devices are not meant to be something that scares people. The main concern from a lot of people when they hear that a microchip is going to be implanted beneath their skin is that they can be mind controlled or tracked by the government. However, the managing director explained that the microchips cannot transmit a signal by themselves. He goes on to say, "If you understand how these implants work, they don't have a battery, so they are basically passive. They sit there asleep. They can never tell your location. They're only activated when you touch them with your smartphone, so this means they cannot be used for tracking anyone's location." And according to AFP, the implants are supposed to cost around $100 and do not need to be removed to be updated, which worries me a little bit, because if he just said that these are basically passive, then one would assume that once you put the chip in with the data into your arm that it's been loaded with, that's it. But apparently you can upload new information to your microchip through an app. But then to me, that just means the microchip can't possibly be in a passive state. It has to be turned on somehow to receive that information and then be connected to some type of signal to accept it from one device to another. Unless they just invented some other new type of technology where you can send information to a microchip without Wi-Fi or a Bluetooth connection. That's news to me. The director of the company also told Insider.com, "I can add new info to the chip every day. Yesterday it was my LinkedIn, today it's my COVID certificate. Tomorrow it could be something else." But I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this though, because that's all the time that we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you on the next one.